So
Yeah,
that's
well,
where I was. How you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
I'm good, man. How's everything going at the Convo Couch? Last time we had you on the show, you guys have been taken down. You had a week of copyright striking or whatever. What's been going on since then?
Well, we got back on. We're still prepping. We're going to release our commercial, I think, either tonight or tomorrow for the election day. Election day and the day after, if there is a day after, I think it's going to be going on. Unless I'm trying to find you in the middle of the Rocky Mountains. Remember, I can cook. So if the zombie apocalypse happens, you need me, Graham. But we're going to be doing our big coverage special. We're going to go 14 hours on election day. We're going to start at 10 a.m. We're going to go to midnight that night. We're going to stream on all our platforms, Rockfin, YouTube, Twitter, the whole 9 yards. And we're actually going to Vegas where our old producers, the first producers of the Convo Couch that helped us out, are producing a special day for us. So we're going to have all the bells and whistles. People like Shahid Buttar on, and Tim Canova will be on that day. And we'll do some independent media. Dick Medhurst will be joining us. And we're hoping that Graham Elwood and Ron Pacone will come in and wet their beaks. So that's our big thing we're talking about that day and the next day. And we're just getting ready for it, baby.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm glad you guys are going to that cool studio in Vegas. I remember the first time I was on your show, you had a very nice studio. I think it's good that you're going to be out in the desert. So if shit goes down, you're going to be able to
I know, right?
bring a bag of rice with you and, some water or whatever. Yeah, it's so let me ask you this. I mean, obviously you all follow this very closely. The polls are saying, oh, Biden's looking like he's going to win. I don't know. And obviously it's going to be chaos either way, but how do you see this playing out?
Well, honestly, if it was a legit election, I think that Donald Trump would win in a landslide. Just simply watch his rallies where people are getting left out in the cold. They're trying to make fun of him for that, but it's like there's so many freaking people that they can't even get him out of the rallies. Meanwhile, you see Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, even with Barack Obama, nothing, no enthusiasm, no excitement. The Hunter Biden stuff, I don't even understand how it doesn't play at all right now because it's just like, it's. Have you been watching this stuff every day? I mean,
well, the media is just flat out stop. They're censoring it. You cannot talk about Hunter Biden. I mean, look, Glenn Greenwald just stepped down from The Intercept because they censored his article. So it's like there's this like nationwide clampdown. You can't be critical of Joe Biden. I mean, my numbers, my subscription number has dropped. That's never happened to me.
I know.
In the 3.5 years I've been doing this. It's like,
well, we got a little bit of that too as well. And right now, let's say we're doing some of our best work that I think we've been doing. We've been on the ground. We've been covering this election. We got a little triculation up on subscribers. But, that strike they got us, that was a week of finances they took away from us. For what? Talking about Wayfair. The first warning was the election. Now, I don't know if you've been watching it, but the Senate hearing the other day with the three lords of censorship, I call them, Jack Dorsey from Twitter, Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, and Pichai from Google, they were summoned to the Senate floor for what was going on with the whole Hunter Biden thing. And let me tell you something, Graham, and this is really, I'm losing sleep over this right now. I mean, the Democrats are all in for censorship. They're all about propaganda. They won't stop with Russiagate. I mean, the Hunter Biden thing is like they're allowing this guy at any given time, any time in the history of America, if a president did anything remotely like this or was tied to this with the money lines that are there, that admitted he wanted the prosecutor fired in Ukraine, they would be gone, no way, nothing. But they don't even care, these Democrats. These Democrats are awful. And I am afraid that if, from what I saw on that Senate floor, another 3.5 hour Senate floor thing, I mean, Graham, they are pushing for censorship hard. They are mad that Facebook hasn't taken down more posts. I asked Kamala Harris in Long Beach at the Democratic convention if she would still go along with taking away and suspending Donald Trump's Twitter, and I phrased it as all us First Amendment absolutists are a little bit nervous about that, about you censoring speech there. Do you still want to stick to that position? Yeah, of course I am. It's a private company. He has no right to badger a witness. He called the person stupid. That's not badgering or threatening a witness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to sleep here going, oh my God. Am I hoping that Donald Trump beats Joe Biden? Because if all this other shit, Joe Biden becomes president, think about how hard they are working to suppress that information right now, okay? What's going to happen when he gets in, okay? What's going to happen? So there's censorship, the election stuff, Graham, down in LA today, looking at the whole process. They're scanning ballots already. Like, we're not counting. It's like, we're smart enough to know because we're tied to a certain lawsuit. We read the manual. A scan is a count. It scans and counts it right away. They can go into the back end. They have early information. They can cheat this fucking election. The Democrats are still pushing that narrative. Like, there's nothing that can go wrong. And our elections are like systemically broken across the board. They are bad. So, I mean, I'm going to sleep, Graham, going, holy shit. Am I really hoping that the fucking pussy grabber becomes president because I am not like this Democratic Party? Oh my God. It was scary what they were doing. It was pushing for censorship. All of them, every single one of them. Now, half the Republicans were saying that you're censoring the wrong person, that they should be censoring the dictator of Iran or the Chinese Communist Party. But there was about 3 of them that were pretty good. You know, Senator Thune from South Dakota talking about what you would know about. It's called what is it called? Content moderation, which is the process and how they moderate your content. You know, and Senator Thune he has a bill that says this has to be transparent. You can no longer take somebody down. You can't give the political vigilante a strike without explaining exactly what happens. And you are now innocent until proven guilty. In other words, due process. In the intranet world, we are guilty until we prove ourselves innocent to get the strike off. So there were a couple of Republicans talking about that stuff, kind of talking about the fact that they paid billions of dollars in lawsuits when it comes to this moderation, this content moderation. But really, I'm telling you, and also I watched Whitney Webb's election special. If you really want to not sleep tonight, wow. I mean, it's up on Rockfin right now for free. I mean, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. That's why I'm drinking a beer right now, because it's like, I got to fucking settle my nerves over here, man. This is like, we're 5-6 days out. They're already threatening to take down our stations. Listen, I'm speaking at a high level because I'm fucking stressed out here. I was listening to your show to try to calm down, and you just got me all worked up over here, man. Sorry. Glenn Greenwald's quitting because the one apparatus that we had that was going against the deep state and calling him out is now going to Joe Biden all the time, right? This is scary, man. What are they going to mandate mask with Joe Biden? We're going to stay in. We have to take the vaccine. That's next. I'm coming to Hawaii. I'm swimming there if I got it. I don't
know. Yeah, I mean, it's like
there's
no good option here with either one of these. And I think I mean, to talk about Chris Hedges, like, the American empire is collapsing, and it's not, regardless of who wins on Tuesday or whether that's drawn out. It really seems like, as you know, when I had Whitney Webb on the show a couple of weeks ago, it really just seems like the whole goal is to get us into some crazy civil war. And I'm not sure if they're like, I mean, Walmart just announced they're pulling all the guns off shelves. So Walmart will not be selling guns until after the election. So
too late. It's too late.
It is too late.
Everybody's armed to the T out there, Graham. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And Whitney Webb, you know, she predicted shit going down in Philadelphia. Like, she totally talked about it. You know, crazy. I've had my show for 3 years. You know, the Convo Couch, Fiorella, Johnny, and I, and everything like that. And it's been amazing to dive into it, you know, and be able to talk about politics and social issues all the time and be an activist and get out of the street. It's amazing. But, you know, I've always paid attention to politics. I've never seen anything. I mean, I feel like I'm trapped in a cheesy science fictional shit that's happened on Earth. What's next? The aliens and the lizards are coming next? I mean, the laptop, the Chinese thing, it's one thing after another. And
there's
mind blown.
Empires, this is how empires collapse, but we've never had an empire with this much technology and weaponry. There's never been an empire like this, and never had an empire with this deep of an intelligence apparatus. even the KGB is as wide reaching as the KGB was. There was nothing like the CIA and the NSA, and the amount of money that they've been given in the last 19 years since the Patriot Act, since 9/11, which is what Whitney Webb talked about. They said we need some type of Pearl Harbor type event. They talked about that in, a couple months before 9/11. And here we are. And this is their end game. And so it's pretty nuts. And I think I'm worried America's just going to go up in smoke. And then they're going to go, their final chess move is like, oh, martial law. And now there's no more, you have no rights. There's no due process. There's no court case. There's no nothing. We can just kick in your door, take you. Oh, you're a threat to security. Oh, security threat. We can make that up for any reason. And then you have all these people armed to the teeth, just who are going to say no. And if society collapses, then it's just like whoever has the most guns. I don't know.
Did I mention I could cook? So I'm part of any clan that goes around. Like, if it's going to get like The Walking Dead, where it's just clans roaming out there and shit, whoever has the best guns, I can cook. And I'm a vegan, so I'll cook off the land over there. Yeah, it's crazy, Graham. I mean, it really is. And, I really, we've been out there in the streets too, lately too. Johnny went out there the other day, captured more stuff when the Dodgers won the pennant, and there was a big thing going on for the Philadelphia thing. And down in, horses in the street in LA, it looked like chaos again. It's just like, it was like a mini snapshot of what it's going to really be like, once shit hits the fan. And make no mistake of it, nobody is really given any solutions, not in a bill, not in an executive order, when it comes to renters and mortgage people and one house owners or two house owners. Like, you got your shit taken away from you from Barack Obama. It's only so many times the Fed and the deep state and the elites can pull this shit before people start ending up in the street with pitchforks. But, the thing is that I'm a little scared because looks like almost like a civil war out there of sorts. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of split groups right now. I think if Biden loses, there won't be rioting in the streets. I think a lot of lefties will go, man, this sucks, man. They're like, come on, let's take to the streets. Like, I ain't getting in the streets because Biden lost. He sucked anyways. Let's just go work on something else. You know what I'm saying? Let's work on a movement. But if Biden wins and Trump loses, all that Hunter Biden shit that's been coming out now, and I'm talking the pedophilia pictures and all that shit that was in just today, which they released with a blurred out picture of his Johnny, in his hands over there with a minor in the back and stuff. It almost seems like they're setting that up to fuel to piss these people off. If they lose the election, they'll think it's stolen from them and they'll hit the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm nervous about. I really am. You know what I'm saying? So. And when they go, oh, there's going to be a civil war. Well, I ain't going to fight against those doomsday preppers out there and shit. Fuck that noise. I ain't going against them, Graham. No way. But, wow. Yeah.
It's crazy. I just said when whoever wins, there's going to be chaos in the streets either way. And if it's undecided Tuesday night into Wednesday and it just drags on for several weeks, then it's really going to get crazy. And I think, if Trump wins, I don't know that the left is going to go, nah, we're done. I think they're going to go, maybe they'll get more radicalized. Maybe they'll get more, I don't know. Maybe they'll just start tearing stuff down. I don't know. And if Biden wins, the Trump people are going to go nuts. If Trump wins again, I was saying earlier on the show, that's maybe when California goes, okay, we're done. We're seceding. We're out. America, go. We have the 5th largest economy in the world. Bye-bye. Like we can take care of everything. We have the 5th largest economy in the world. We have produce, we have tech, we have entertainment, and we even have defense contracting. So I think America as we know it is not going to, it's going to be in a different form in 5 to 10 years from now. In one form or another. It's not going to be, it's not going to exist the way it is. It's not going to be the 50 states. There might be 5 or 6 new countries, Yeah.
Everything it seems to be happening like now. Like we're stuck in the now. Like the now is now. Like all that time just waiting to come up was just like the pot was just getting warm, but it just seems like either way now it's just going to boil over. it's going to boil over bad too. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, you've got the evictions coming. You've got the commercial real estate bubble that's going to collapse. You've got the, the regular real estate bubble. You've got all these bubbles that are coming set to collapse, and they're all going to collapse around the same time. And then the banks are going to collapse, and there's going to be a run on the banks. So it's going to just be nuts.
Yeah. Get your cryptos, baby. Get your cryptos. Rockfin, 85 cents. Was 40 cents a couple months ago. All that money in the Rockfin bank just doubled. So if you had 10,000, it's now worth 20,000. And it's good to just wet your beak, because I think Graham's been talking about some serious people who know about finance lately. And I want to commend you for getting those people on your show. It's really, really important. I'm glad we're starting to get the MMT people in, and also the crypto and the Cindy Eyes. And, I watch Max Kaiser. It's important. I tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, you have some real estate. You got 2 pieces of property now. You got a lot of money invested in the American stock market. Just take a little bit out, wet your beak. God forbid something happens. Have a little Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up a little bit too as well. So, wet your beak.
Bitcoin is going up 30% in a month.
Yep.